Oh, really?
Episode 1 of the weekly football breakdown. We're going to go over the biggest stories in world football in the past 7 days. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my EPL predictions for the upcoming matches. On to story number 1. Big teams struggling in this week. We got Real Madrid knocked out, Bayern knocked out, Barcelona lose in the final. I mean, just take a look at Bayern versus Holstein Kiel here. Have you ever heard of this club, by the way? I've never heard about this club up until this match. Yeah, I knew Bayern Leverkusen before. I've just never heard of Bayern Munich. Never heard of them, but I'll do my research after this video. Player of the month, manager of the month, both announced for December. Surprise, surprise. Bruno wins player of the month. Dean Smith, manager of the month. And just take a look at this picture. I mean, how many awards do you see behind Bruno there on the shelf? 6 or 7 of them. It's funny to imagine all the awards he has just lying around in the house. There's no room to put them anywhere. There's one stuck under the couch. There's one in the tree in the backyard. One lost in the basement in the laundry. I mean, this guy is just suffering from success, but fair play to him. He's one hell of a player and he deserves all the recognition. Here's to another award for Bruno in the month of January. Romelu Lukaku demonstrates his own unique way of diving. The big six in the Premier League, whenever they play each other, it's never a fun game to watch. I mean, remember United Chelsea earlier in the season? We hyped it up so much and then the game was just terrible to watch. The best thing coming out of it was Maguire's rugby tackle that wasn't even called for a penalty. And then Chelsea Spurs, Manchester Derby, I fell asleep in the second half. Recently, United Liverpool 0-0 draws. I think the big reason for that is, the no fans in the stadiums, because the funnest part of these matches was the reaction, the atmosphere that the fans brought, and then obviously when you don't have it, it negatively impacts the players, and we are seeing it. So we need fans back ASAP. Mauricio Pochettino wins his first trophy days into his PSG career. He did something in a couple days at PSG that he couldn't do in years if he stayed at Tottenham. But then a couple moments later, he tests positive for COVID. So it's just something about Mauricio that's just cursed. Every time something good happens to him, something negative is waiting just around the corner. But here's wishing him a speedy recovery. Hopefully he gets back into the touchline very soon. Wayne Rooney, my idol growing up, one of the greatest English players of all time, finally calls it quits. He retires from professional football. He's now a permanent manager at Derby. Here's a picture of him enjoying his retirement.
I'm so sorry, I have nothing to say.
Yes, this is a segment all about Jose Mourinho because obviously he needs his own segment. He's always up to something every week. We need to keep track of this guy.
Sorry, I have nothing to say.
This week we have an audio clip of Jose and you have to listen very carefully because it's hard to hear. If you didn't hear it, that was Jose off camera saying, quote, "Do you want to stay or do you want to go to Real Madrid and not play?" And assuming he's talking to Gareth Bale there, he doesn't play at Tottenham anyway. At the moment, he has had one start so far since coming back and a couple minutes off the bench. I do hope wherever he ends up, he gets back into his full form because in top form, Bale, one of my favorite players to watch of all time. Timo Werner is on flop watch officially. This guy is just not having a fun time at Chelsea at all. Now they did win over Fulham thanks to Mason Mount, but Timo Werner misses a sitter once again. He's done this a couple times. He was one-on-one with the keeper. Easy chance. I mean, a center forward, you should be putting that in the back of the net. Personally, I would like to thank Timo because he has brought us the meme of the week.
Hey, 50...
Thank you to Aaron Sedgwick at Yeah Of Course on Twitter for that meme. Inter Milan are going through a tough time behind the scenes. They're in a financial crisis. They're gonna rebrand everything, the logo, the name. They're getting no ownership. It's just a shame because growing up, I loved the logo and the Inter Milan of old, and I hate to see it change. But if it must be changed, here are my ideas, and if anyone's listening from Inter Milan, you're more than welcome to use my ideas free of charge. First idea, you have Inter Milan. How about outer Milan? In, out, inner, outer. You could go ahead and use that if you want. Or you could go the Juventus route. You could go minimalistic, simple, the IM, you know. You could use this if you want, free of charge. Or if you don't like either of those, how about AC Milan? And then you can keep your colors. See? Oh, but no, I think that's been taken. But if you want to use the first two, you're more than welcome. And finally, this is the African referee going to VAR to have a look. And look at the setup here. Look at the TV, the old-fashioned TV. There's a guy in a full Bayern kit, a Bayern Munich kit in the back, a team that I've never heard about. And then you got, obviously, the fan standing there with a shotgun in the hand. I mean, so many questions. Why? One of them is why. Why would you bring a gun to a football match? But more importantly, though, imagine if the referee makes the wrong decision. And to end the video, here are my predictions for the upcoming matches. I know there's only 4 of them, but the schedule for the EPL is kind of messed up at the moment. There's postponed games being replayed and there's games being moved around, and this is what it looks like for the upcoming week. We got 4 matches. Villa play twice. I think they lose the first time to City 3-1, but they win versus Newcastle the second game. United and Liverpool both come out with wins versus Fulham and Burnley. Here's my question to you. Who is the title favorite right now in the season? As a Manchester United supporter, I think Manchester City are the ones at the moment because they're hitting form. They're scoring a lot of goals. We're seeing a lot of 3-4-0s from them. Yeah, historically, they got the players. They got the bold manager. They got the experience. They've done this multiple times before. Those are my favorites for the title. Leave yours down in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're not, because we're going to do this weekly. And I'll see you next video. Cheers, guys.